Hello and welcome to CloudFolks HUB. My name is Bhavesh Atara. Right now we are doing our ECS project and now we are on step number 4. In this particular step, we are going to understand how we can push Docker image to ECR. But before we are going to understand this particular step, let me explain you current situation. We have our build machine. Our Docker image is there inside this built machine. Now we want to deploy application inside ECS using this particular image. But you cannot send this image directly from build machine to ECS. So it is not possible. In this case, we have to use ECR. We need to create repository inside ECR, and then from build machine, we have to push this image to the ECR repository. As per current situation, we have this ECR repository also available. Now, once you will push this image from build machine to ECR, whenever ECS wants this particular image, it will pull this from the ECR, right? But the first step is to push this image from build machine to ECR repository. So we are going to perform this particular step in this video. Okay. Now, this process is actually two-step process, and we need to understand how we can follow AWS best practices as well. So this is really very interesting. Let's understand this practically. To push images from your build machine to ECR repository, you need to follow these two steps. One, set up authentication, and another, tag and push image. So our main aim is to tag and push the image, but we cannot do this directly. We have to set up authentication, and that's why we are going to start with the step number 4.1, set up authentication. In the setup authentication, we have two-step process as well. The first is authenticate the EC2, means our build machine with AWS. Let's understand this first. Why this step? To push Docker images to ECR, the EC2 instance must be authorized to use ECR command via AWS CLI. See, if you want to push this image from your built machine to ECR, we have to use AWS CLI. So it means in our built machine, we must have AWS command line installed, right? Now it is always there when you are using Amazon Linux. But if you want to use AWS CLI, you have to log in with AWS CLI first. So we have to give command like AWS configure. Then it is going to ask for access key, secret key, default region, output format. So in this case, we have to enter access key and secret key, right? Once you add this access key, secret key, you will be like you are authenticated with AWS CLI, and then you can run AWS CLI commands. But according to AWS best practices, you should not enter access key and secret key inside any EC2 instance. It is like hard coding authentication. It is not best practice, because if your EC2 will be compromised, hackers can easily get access of your access key and secret key, and then using this, they can compromise your AWS account as well. So this is not best practice, right? It means I want to run authentication command for ECR without adding access key and secret key. How I can do this? I can use option, like we have two options. One, use access key and secret key, and another one is use IAM role. I am not going to use this access key and secret key. I don't want to generate access key and secret key, and I don't want to enter this inside my EC2 instance, means build machine, because I want to follow security best practices, right? So we are using second option, use IAM role. So here we have this, we need to create one IAM role, and then we need to attach this role with our EC2 instance. So let's do this. Right now, to create IAM role, I am going to the IAM. IAM console is open. Here I am going to the roles, and then I have this option like create role. Yes, I want to create this role to attach with AWS service. Which service? We call it like EC2. Then I am going to click on next. Now we have to attach policy. Now this policy is AWS managed policy and ready to use. So the policy is Amazon EC2 container registry full access. Let me search this. Yes, I got this AWS managed policy. Going to select this next. Now role name. I'm going to give name ECR access role, means this role is giving access, like giving permission or authorizing my EC2 instance to access ECR. Now create role. So role successfully created. Now I have to attach this role with my EC2. So going to the build machine, going to the action, going to the security, modify IAM role, and here we have this ECR access role. So it is done. Now, if I want to run any ECR command, I do not need to use AWS configure. I do not need to enter access key and secret key. Now, if this process is successful, okay, the next step will be successful as well. So we are not going to verify anything right now. We will verify after executing the second step. If the second step will be successful, means our authentication process is also successful, right? So step number 1 of setup authentication is done. Now let's talk about Authenticate Docker with Amazon ECR.
Sorry to interrupt you. I know you guys are enjoying our video a lot because our final ultimate goal is Solution Architect Certification exam. To reach the destination, we required full videos. Path number 1, our 6-in-1 program. Our 6-in-1 program include all prerequisite skills which is needed as a cloud engineer. It include 24/7 support, lifetime update, section-wise practice test, full course practice test with tips and tricks by Bhavesh Atara, how to do exam preparation course, weekly lifetime live session with Bhavesh Atara, and 6 AWS project with documents. Path number 2, you can enroll by paying 499 and get Hindi and English, both the languages, videos of AWS. The choice is yours how to create your success story by choosing best one. Best of luck. Thank you.